So when I connect through the PC, it's because that phone wire is plugged in up there to our hardware. Now I have access to the 2 pumps that we're going to go down and see in the next building. One is for chlorination. One is sodium bisulfite or metabisulfite, which is a dechlorinating agent before it goes in the water. We have to maintain, we can have no more than 0.1 milligrams per liter of chlorine when it enters the river. So we have to monitor that. So these numbers you're seeing are real-time numbers, these percentages of the pump. So we're on 350 now, so let's max it out at 450. See the chlorine change?
Yep, so you can have more chlorine because you've increased.
So I can change that just by sitting here.
And why would you want to change it?
Because of flow. It should all be flow paced. It's a term we use in this business. So that PID, that formula, which is a long formula, which I won't bore you with. I don't really understand it myself. That formula takes into account, essentially, if I understand this correctly, it takes a reading once every, or 5 times a second, I believe. The difference between what it is running out there physically and what number I've set it to here, and it accommodates that difference. So it's constantly changing. It's why the numbers are moving up and down like that. Only at 0.2% of the time, but to the computer, that's a big deal to it. It needs to maintain the number as close as it can be to whatever I've set it to here.
If China wants to destabilize the United States so they can take Taiwan, the best thing they can do is destabilize our water, our manufacturing, and our power. And if you aren't familiar with Volt Typhoon, it's going on right now. I don't scare people, I give people the facts. And the fact is that they're here, there's strategy behind this, and if we were to lose our supply of semiconductors on top of our manufacturing, our power, and our water, we would not stand a chance against any conflict. I say right now is hunting season. We are the 6-point buck in the field. And right now, our threat profile is all there, 100%. We're just hanging out in the fields. Right now, we need to get in the woods because it's a lot harder to hit a target in the woods.
It's a good metaphor. Do you feel like the awareness has increased? Like, have you heard of Volt Typhoon?
I haven't. I'm not familiar with that.
This is a malicious cord detector. So if you buy a no-name foreign charging cable, it can actually have malware on it. You don't know it. So this will detect you if there's actually data transfers. So best case scenario or best practice is really never plug your computer into a SCADA computer or plug your phone into a SCADA computer to charge it, because you don't know what's on your phone, what you could be uploading. This is a data blocker. It's called a PortaPow. It's actually recommended by the NSA, and this is for charging. So if you have to charge on a critical, like you really shouldn't anyways, but if you have to, this will block the data.
Nice. This
is an antenna that plugs into the flipper, and it can go from 1050 to 200. It can receive and transmit over DoD. If I was to transmit over DoD, I'd be arrested. I'd be a fine. But it does. The point of these things is that this wasn't illegal for me to purchase. Anyone can purchase these things, and with the right amount of, if you want to teach yourself, you can figure it out. It's not hard. I bought all these parts on Amazon. This is a device that can scan the network, and it can look for the number of targets, open ports, vulnerabilities. It does brute forcing, so it can brute force your passwords. It can see zombified machines, and it can steal data packets.
See there without putting water in it. That was from the pipe buildup.
Part of it, I think, and you probably think about this too, from a perspective of just crime and cyber, is that the psychological element is almost as important as the actual damage that's done.
Yeah. Causing fear and panic, right? Causing people to be afraid.
They don't have to poison the well. All they have to do is convince the public that the well is poisoned and the damage is done.
Yeah.
Well, the water could be fine, but if the perception is it's unsafe, then you just made our jobs 1,000 times harder.
That's kind of what the intelligence community said about the election in 2016, that Russia didn't have to hack votes at scale. They just had to convince people that there was something wrong. And we're still talking about it today.
Mm-hmm.
Similar, right?
Convincing someone that the problem has been resolved is far more difficult than convincing someone that there's no issue. Convincing someone it's over versus trying to convince someone that there was a problem, that something did happen, is totally different.
That well is actually vulnerable, and you could fortify it with free rocks from the town. Anyone could drive into that snowplow, and break it.
Yeah.
They have access to it. So, when I was an operator, it's like rocks are free.
Yeah.
I don't have to buy anything, so I would just put some big boulders around it. That one too. And it would that's even an oops. Like if someone comes down here doing snow removal and they accidentally back into it. Physical security is just as important too.
That's a really good idea. Yeah, you're right. There's a thick layer of iron down in there. That just shows you how much iron's in the water here. It's a high amount of iron. Your own wildlife refuge down here as well.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's quiet.